Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with all the news of the Montgomery County Council for the week of April 21st. We start this time with a new bill that would revise the county's 5-cent tax on disposable bags. The measure would limit the tax to bags distributed at food stores and repeal the tax on plastic food takeout bags.
It's time to revisit it and limit it to the area where people are pretty comfortable with bringing their own bags, and that's at the grocery store. So the point of this bill is to really pull back from the extent of the previously approved legislation, so we don't have people in Macy's debating about whether they're going to carry their underwear around this mall or pay for bag. Let's do it right, let's do it responsibly, let's do it in a way that works for people.
The Council is continuing its work sessions on the fiscal year 14 operating budget. This week, discussion in the Government Operations Committee on compensation and benefits. The executive's proposal calls for raises for county employees that start at close to 7%. County employees have not seen an increase in their wages in 4 years.
We did look, of course, at all the concessions that the employees have made in the last 3 years. It's been really significant. We know the recurring savings from all those concessions are up to the tune of $159 million. So when we're looking at these particular compensation packages, we have to be mindful of that. We have to be mindful of the fact that we were able to save over $400 million in the last 3 years, and that there will be recurrent savings as we go through. So I do think that it's important to keep that in mind as we look at it, but of course sustainability and affordability is always the question, and we will be making the decision next Thursday.
Though ground has yet to be broken at the proposed town center in Clarksburg, there is other progress underway in that community. Recently, Bennigan's restaurant opened, making it the only sit-down restaurant in town, and a Harris Teeter will soon be on its way. There are reports that 2 developers are currently looking at building an outlet mall in Clarksburg as well. Councilmember Craig Rice says it's all welcome news for this up-county community.
Well, it's very exciting, to see that things are finally starting to move and actually come to fruition in Clarksburg. It's one of the things that I started off at the very beginning saying with my term that I would focus on making sure that Clarksburg economic development happened, and we are now starting to see the first signs of that. All of it tied together with recent funding from the state with regards to the Corridor City Transitway and the potential for us to try and bring that up to Clarksburg Town Center. It's all just a great synergy, so I'm just really excited about where we find ourselves right now.
And in more news from Clarksburg, a group of students were honored at this week's council session for their work to raise money to help in the fight against brain cancer.
One of my good friends, Sam Moore, was diagnosed with brain cancer 3 years ago, and he recently passed away this past summer. And he was a sophomore at our school, and he's this huge inspiration, and he's inspired everything. So we raised $20,000 for the Childhood Brain Tumor Foundation, and it was this huge event, and it was a dance marathon, and everybody came, and it was a lock-in at the school, and everybody just stayed on their feet all night, because everybody that is diagnosed with it doesn't get a chance, they don't rest, so we're not gonna rest.
Congratulations and thanks to those students for a job well done. Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.